This is not a normal Ink game video. Once again, another one of you demons commented an almost impossible task. To beat the game without killing anyone. Any normal person wouldn't take on this absurd mission. But you guys love these challenges, so we're running it back. But I'm not alone. I asked my Discord server to help me. As you'd expect, red light, green light was normal with only one minor hiccup, which was no problem at all. But unfortunately, it seemed one of my allies already had a target on their back. I wished I could help Jay, but since it was out of my power to help him, I wished Jay the best, and we moved to Dalgona. But not without keeping motivations high first, as we had already lost many in our previous 2 attempts. Nothing held me back in Dalgona, so we were now at Lights Out. I shouted at the squad to stay alive, and putting my trust in them, the night began. No risks were taken during Lights Out, although we had one encounter with an outsider, but he was just a chill guy, and gave me and Jay bandages, leading us to the end of the night. But this was also where the true challenge began. Hide and seek is a game where killing is almost inevitable, so if I got Seeker, I'd almost certainly be cooked. Nevertheless, I begged in chat for a blue ball to come out of the slot. But life is unpredictable, and I ended up with red. There was only one way for me to pass this now. I had to let the game do the dirty work, and to do that, I needed a sacrifice. The game began, and with everyone running away, there was only one man standing before me. It was Jay. Jay firmly stated his willingness to be the sacrifice, but I couldn't agree with him yet. I asked him if he was truly willing to be the savior of this challenge, and once again, he said yes. The next 2.5 minutes were tranquil, and with the soft melody of the Moonlight Sonata playing, we could forget about our problems. But as the timer reached 0, reality set in, and it was time. I faced Jay one last time, and the next second there was nothing but his lifeless corpse in front of me. I wished him off, as well as my other ally Homelander, that never made it out either. And me, Johnny Chiro, pushed on with those who were left. Many died in the hope of completing this challenge, so we pushed on for them. At Jump Rope, I offered to carry to Namsu, one of my allies, and carried him across. With Jump Rope complete, we began looking into the light. Victory was near, and doing the calculations. With 8 people alive, all of us who were left could make it out. But I also knew we had Glass Bridge to make it past. I was scared. If one person died while we crossed, we couldn't all make it. But we never forgot those who died before us, and didn't hesitate to move forward. Every tile was a ticket to our despair, and it was only then where the gates of despair opened. 2 had died. The hopes of all of us making it together were dead, despite completing Glass Bridge without any more death. This was no victory. Our spark dwindled, but nevertheless we refused to give in. Shouting the words of our comrades into our hearts mingled began. We made it into the first room safely, but reaching the second round I stood at the edge of death. I was being strangled, and I had missed too many buttons to survive, but I put trust in my companion Namsu, and he swiftly took him off me. So we were safe, and then we had made it. The efforts of our fallen comrades were not in vain. We were now at the final game, and victory was within reach. Namsu, Gojo, and Soul had all made it here with me. The fight began, and Soul had taken out our first enemy card. But then at this crucial moment, I made a horrible mistake. I had told the guys to turn our next victim into a lunchbox, only for him to entirely reject that idea, and get himself killed instead. Now there was no choice but to have 2 sacrifices, but it seemed Gojo and Soul had already decided, and Gojo grew near the edge, and honoring those who had died, he had joined them. We had made it to the final tower, but we had lost so many to get here, I wished it didn't have to be this way. But nevertheless, Soul took his last stand.